our post-game press conference, and we will get started with Nebraska women's basketball coach Amy Williams. Huskers improved to 2-0 with victory over Idaho State today. Coach, if you'd like to make an opening statement, and then we'll open it up for questions.
Yeah, I'm really excited for our team with this win. I know, our program probably knows a little bit more about Idaho State than we normally would because of the connection with the Bourne sisters. But we have a ton of respect for this team and the experience that they have put together, and they have a lot of really good veteran players that play well together. And so for us to hold them to 51 points and stick to our game plan and really make some nice adjustments, I thought, in the second half, I'm proud of our team and feel like this is a really good win for us.
All right, first question, Coach Williams, is from Derek Peterson from Hale Varsity.
Hey, Amy. Congrats on win number 2. The first one was balanced scoring and efficient offense. This one was a little bit tougher go of it on that end of the floor. Would you attribute this win more to the defensive side of the ball?
Well, yeah, I think that that would be the case. And also, you just have to give a lot of credit. Idaho State is a very scrappy team. I thought in the first half they got into us. They pressured. We got into kind of being a little bit dribble happy. They were well prepared. They'd scouted our actions. They knew exactly how they were going to take things away. We made some nice adjustments in the second half to be able to execute and put up 40 points in the second half. So I thought our team adjusted well, but a huge credit to Idaho State's defense and the way they were prepared to guard us coming in here. But I do think that this was one of those games that we had to really grind it out on the defensive side of the ball and find ways to continue to make them take the shots that we wanted them to take, contested overhands, and then do our best to box out.
Next question, Coach Williams, from Doug Thomas of the Omaha World-Herald.
Hi, Amy. Looked like they made a concerted effort to take away Sam's drive and Izzy, and you had a couple newcomers really step up. Both Ashley and Annika look like confident shooters.
Yeah, I mean, I would agree with that. And they have a fantastic senior veteran point guard that is a great defender, and she causes fits all over the place wherever she goes. And I thought they did make a concerted effort to really try to do some things to try to take away our strengths, which, it's really no secret Sam and Izzy are a big part of those strengths. And I think we felt pretty confident that, Ashley Scoggin is the type of player that even if she goes 0 for 7 in the first game, that she's in the gym enough and takes enough shots that she's a confident shooter, and she just kept coming at it. And so for her to step in and really contribute and to continue to show that confidence, I mean, I don't ever have any doubt that, that she's going to have the confidence to step up and take shots, because I just watch how much time she puts into it, and she earns that confidence. And Annika Stewart was great today, and she gave us a huge spark in her limited minutes coming in and just being confident and being a threat. And she's kind of a tough guard sometimes in that post position.
Next question from Shane Gilster of Huskers Illustrated. If you could please unmute your mic, Shane. There you go.
First time I've ever done that on Zoom. So, Coach Williams, you guys kind of started off a little bit sluggish than the last game against Oral Roberts, and again this game. Is it? Do you feel like the team doesn't have the energy at the start of the games just because there's no fans here, or what do you attribute that to?
No, Shane, I don't think that's the issue at all. I don't think that it's anything to do with the team not having energy. I can feel the energy coming off of them. They're excited to play, and they're just thankful to be out there. I think it's really not so much sluggish as it is, I think, a little more antsy and kind of jittery and maybe forcing some things too quick, too quick with things, turning the basketball over, just some uncharacteristic things that that don't come from being sluggish and lack of energy, but more of just kind of a little bit too amped up and maybe not quite settled in yet. And I think in both of our first 2 ball games, we've settled in nicely in the second half.
Shane, if you'd like to ask your follow-up question, you can as well.
All right, get that unmuted again. How were you able to get Kate kind of going in the game? Was she getting kind of frustrated throughout the game?
I thought in the first half that they did a great job of getting her out of position. And even though she missed a couple shots that she normally makes, no doubt about it, and but she still had 2 assists in that first half when they came and doubled, and she still draws a lot of attention. And I think that credit to her is that she bounced back from an 0 for 5 start and then stayed aggressive. And in the second half, when we made some adjustments and were able to kind of go to her, I thought she made them pay and stayed with it to be able to be a contributing factor.
Next question, Brent Wagner, Lincoln Journal-Star.
Yeah, I guess for Ashley, on a personal level, she's had a long road with knee injuries to get to this level. What's it like to watch her have a game like that and make 3-pointers like that?
Yeah, it's crazy because I rarely think about that anymore, just because it's just a part of who she's so diligent about taking care of her body and being consistent with what she needs to do. She lives in the training room. She really does a good job of just kind of handling that, and so it's not an issue. And I think that today, she came in and played her game, and I really wasn't even thinking anything about just what she's been through in the past, but just looking at the bright future that's in front of her.
Derek Peterson, Hale Varsity.
Hey, I just kind of had a question about the 3-point shooting. You took 15 in the first game, and then in the first half tonight, you took 15. Is that game plan specific, or where do you kind of want to be at with the shooting?
Yeah, I mean, I think that we have confidence in our shooters, and so I think it's not something where we feel just set on, we have to have this many number or whatever. I think Idaho State, clearly their game plan was to try to go underneath on ball screens and to make us take shots behind ball screens and things like that. So sometimes the way that your opponent is defending is going to predicate and dictate some of that stuff. But I think as far as I'm concerned, as long as we are executing, taking shots that our team practices on a daily basis and that our players come in the gym and practice and work on, then I have confidence in them to shoot them.
Doug Thomas, Omaha World-Herald.
Amy, any early read on Trinity Brady's injury?
I really don't know what's going on. I know, hopefully I'll have a report here later this evening.
Margaret Strahostik, Big Ten Network.
Hey, Coach. So you have these 2 games under your belt now in non-conference, but this next week you hit up a Big Ten schedule. Do you feel confident going into a Big Ten schedule this early into a season? And if not, what do you think you need to do to prepare?
Well, I think it's unique. I mean, I'm not going to lie. At this point, we'd have, a close scrimmage, an exhibition game, 13 non-conference games or so to kind of get yourself prepared before you play a Big Ten opponent, and so that's different. I mean, it is. You maybe haven't seen everything you're going to see. You haven't worked out all the kinks. You haven't played against, zones and ran zones and all the things that you would get with just that larger kind of pool of non-conference games. But I think pretty much everybody's in the same boat, and so at this point, we feel like we're just as ready as everybody else is to be starting conference play right now, and we're excited to do it.
And last question for Coach Williams from Brent Wagner and Lincoln Journal-Star.
Yeah, Amy, was there anything interesting to you about watching those 2 sisters play against each other today?
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting, and it's just it's special. It's knowing how much they trained. Every time I would talk to Izzy when she was back in Australia, it was like, oh my gosh, Callie just killed me in a workout today. They were working out together. They were really pushing each other. And so then to see them, matched up against each other and quite frequently. And they're both just such strong, competitive players that can spark you with hustle plays and different kinds of things. So I think it was pretty special for their family, special for those two young ladies to see each other, and I'm very appreciative of the Idaho State coaching staff for making this happen.
Thank you, Coach Williams. We'll pause for a few moments, and then we will continue with Isabel Bourne.